Hi guys and welcome to my review of Boku no Hero Academia chapter 153. Boku no Hero Academia is really... wow. There are things with this series that are just top-notch storytelling here. I have feels in every chapter. It's getting ridiculous. I feel like I'm like close to crying every single time and just wow. The panel where you have Night Eye just hug Mirio and Eri, just like you did well, and just like protect them, and you see them you see him in the background just holding on to them, even though like Chisaki's just going crazy with all of his attacks. A lot of feels there. Just it's so nice to see those details. And I really liked the beginning moment we had with Rocklock, because I was like on the fence with his character for a bit, because he seemed a bit like not bratty but just like a little arrogant, just like you can't do anything, you're just students, like but he explains it in this chapter why he was like that. Like he just had a kid and like he just thought of them as students and stuff like that, but really these kids just put the pro heroes to shame with what they're doing at the moment. So he holds Deku to his promise of saving Eri and stuff like that. And he also had a really nice speech about not letting the people who like the time they bought become wasted, because Mirio ran off by himself to keep Chisaki down. Kirishima and Fat Gum took to one. Who else? The people who are outside Uraraka, Tsuyu, Dragon Girl, whose name I've forgotten. Yeah, just it was really nice to see that in the beginning. Just see his little child and all that stuff. It gives the little piece of background to understand why he's like that and why he had the attitude that he had towards the U.S. students. Because even when they were just discussing the mission, like right at the beginning of this arc, he was like about the students. So yeah, I thought that was really nice, even though he can't go on because he's been hurt by Toga. And just going to Togan twice, I like their storyline as well, because they started off reluctantly helping the Yakuza, and now they're just like, let's just give Overhaul hell. Like it seems like what they're wanting to do now is wait until the battle between the Mafia, with the Yakuza, and the heroes are over and done with, because by the end of the day there'll be a winner, there'll be a loser, and no matter what the outcome is, both sides will be kind of beaten up, so they can do to Overhaul whatever they want. And Toga has her little insane crush on Deku, where she likes to see him beaten up and just all hurt and stuff. So it's like a win-win situation for her if she can see Deku being like kind of beaten, hurt, and as well get her revenge on Overhaul because they don't like him. And they mentioned that little thing with this is probably gonna make Tamura happy. I wonder what the heck like their actual plan is, because as much as Toga was like, ooh, I want to make him cry for his mommy, there has to be something else to it as well. So I really want to see what this is, because the League of Villains, as villains, I like them more just because we know that they have a sense of morale that we haven't seen from Overhaul and his gang. Even though they're obviously twisted and evil and stuff like that, they have like some kind of like moral compass. Maybe not Tomura exactly, but at the very least the rest of them have. But yeah, I do enjoy the League of Villains a lot. They're all crazy, but they seem to have like a more concrete plan. And just at some point I should make like a video about the world of Boku no Hero Academia, why it's like collapsing and stuff like that, because I feel like I can make a pretty good video about that. But yeah, let's move on to Chisaki or Overhaul, and I like that storyline, because Deku comes in and saves the day, more or less. Chisaki has like the safety net because Aizawa, or I should use their hero names, Eraserhead, is erasing the quirks. And they're working together quite well, because with Eraserhead just erasing Chikisaki's quirk, Deku can pretty much just do whatever, because without his quirk he can't really do anything. But then he has Chrono use this time thing on Aizawa, makes him basically go into super slow motion. I forgot if there's like a time limit on that, but there probably is, like there always is. Which means that the moment Aizawa blinks, it's not just a blink, like he'll have like, Overhaul will have like a full like 2 to 3 seconds before Aizawa can activate his quirk again. And that gives him time to apparently destroy, what was his name, Nemoto or whatever his name was, and himself, and then recreate those two bodies into one. So he basically kills off with his one henchman. He says, you wouldn't mind dying for me. So he kills him off and takes his body and quirk, I presume, mixes it with himself and transforms into this giant beast, or maybe not giant, but like he transforms into like whatever the fuck we see in the last panel, right? Which, okay. He's now an actual chimera. This just further proves the Fullmetal Alchemist things that I had like last time, or was just like, wow, this feels a lot like Fullmetal Alchemist. Yeah. It was... I feel like the heroes are still like overall gonna win. They're not gonna complete their mission. I feel like they'll save Eri, especially because with all of Mirio's efforts and with Deku's promise in this chapter, I feel like they'll save Eri. So I think that's the thing that Shisaki will eventually like, he'll fail on. Even like his last thing is give me Eri back. I feel like that's what they're gonna accomplish here. They're gonna save her, but at what cost? I still think someone might die. And it's probably gonna be someone in this room. And in this room right now, we have Deku, we have Aizawa, we have Eri, who's not gonna die, she's the only safe one. We have Mirio, and we have Night-Eye. Of these 4 people, there are 3 possible victims: Aizawa, Mirio, and Night-Eye. It would be really sad for Mirio to die now because of everything he's been through, and I know we speculated a lot when he lost his quirk, like, will he get it back? And if he gets it back, will it be like immediately after the arc? Or will it be like sometime in the future? My official prediction was that it will be sometime in the future, maybe in like a year or 2. Like further down the line where we're probably gonna need him. But maybe he won't get his quirk back at all. Like, that's just like a sad thing. But I would like to see him still become a hero. Cause his goal is still to become a hero even if he doesn't have his quirk. And he's like the type of guy who won't even be sad that he lost his quirk if it meant that he got to save a girl. But again, there's still the possibility that he might die. This arc really, like, I'm really starting to feel like anything could happen with this arc, because, wow. Aizawa, while I do think there's a small possibility that he might die, I don't think he will. I can see the scenario where he might die. We had, like, a small glimpse of it this time, and it's definitely the glimpse of how I think he will die in the series, that he'll die saving one or more of his students from 1A, or when I think he'll die from 3A, because I think he'll die just right before they graduate. I think I've said this before. But I don't think he'll die now. I think when he dies, the entire class will be there to see their teacher's last or final moments protecting them. It'll probably be like Shigaraki or whoever kills him, who knows. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be him, and that kind of leaves Night-Eye. And that fits kind of very well into the, like, the end of the All Might. I want to call it dynasty, but that's not really what it is. It's more of an era. So we kill off All Might at some point. We kill off his former sidekick at some point. We kill off, we already had, like, obviously the former princess of One for All is already dead. And I think Gran Torino might die as well. Just, like, kill off that entire era of the All Might heroes, or, like, the people who helped him or helped him become who he is and stuff like that. So I think Night-Eye might be, like, a great possibility. Also because his quirk, I don't want to call it OP because there are definite limitations to it, and because he also puts a limitation on it by himself, because he doesn't want to see people close to him die. He doesn't want to predict people's death like he did with All Might. Because even though, like, he broke all the promise he made to All Might about never predicting his death, he definitely regretted that. So yeah, I think of the people we have in this room right now, I think there's, if someone has to die, which I still think, like, from the panel we had when the infiltration began, I think Night Eye is the most likely to die person at the moment. Which, you know, as sad as it might be, I don't see how he's gonna work in the story going forward, because he's definitely gonna be an important person if the story keeps going forward, because that's the person that Deku has an internship with, and again, he was the former sidekick to All Might, and he has a future prediction quirk. And getting rid of that is definitely in the interest of not only the villains, but just for the story, I think. Or they have to write him out the story pretty cleverly. Just I think, like, in the battle against the League of Villains, he's very, very useful. And I don't think, I find that, like, so yeah, I think he's probably gonna die. I could definitely also see him not dying, but, you know, just, I could definitely see, like, the reasoning for killing him off. But yeah. I think that might be, like, my review of this. It was a little all over the place, but these are my thoughts on this chapter and just what I got out of it, so yeah. Possible death here. But it was really, really nice reading it. My favorite moment was definitely when Aizawa pushed Deku out of the way and got cut by the time stopper slowing down thing. I thought that was really nice, because I was like, that's how he's gonna die sometime. I was like, yes. I love Mama Aizawa, just taking care of his 20 children. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now, because now I exceeded the 10-minute mark that I usually set for myself for these videos, so yeah. You can leave a like if you like anything I had to say, leave in the comments below what you thought of the chapter, and who you think will die, if anyone. Like, if you had to choose one of these characters, it doesn't have to be the people in this room, but just from this arc, who you think might die, who would that be? And you can subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time, bye.